It's me, Honeybee TV. I am setting off to Manchester Airport with a negative test, and I am flying to Florida to see Mickey and SpongeBob SquarePants. So, starting off at the most exciting location of all, Carlisle train station. There I am, sitting on a bench with my Mr. Blobby suitcase, and then I had my hand luggage suitcase, and then I had a little handbag. So I waited a while for the most exciting thing of all, a jam-packed train. Just chugging along with everyone around us. Hashtag, I paid for a seat, didn't get it. But I'm going to give you a little tour of the room, a little description of how I found my day. Hi there. This is a bit weird because I'm by myself talking to my phone. But this feels like the most surreal day that I've had so far in 2021. And I just know that tomorrow is going to be even more surreal. So I am currently in the Clayton Hotel by Manchester Airport. I've just had dinner downstairs. Yes, the first of many solo dining experiences that I will be having in the next fortnight. But I just wanted to kind of say just a little something about my pre-travel day. So I've basically for the last 2 weeks been the Grinch. I've just not wanted to socialise with anyone during the festive period. And then Christmas, I just spent it with my parents and I made them take lateral flows. It was all good, obviously. So here I am. I feel like it was worth it because it means I get to go on a flight tomorrow to Orlando. This has been like a bucket list thing for me to do. So I went for one day, maybe 10 years ago now, with my friend Rachel. But I can't really remember much about it because it was one very quick day, but I remember the fireworks and it being like 2 a.m. when we got back to where we were staying. But this is like bucket list. This is doing Universal. This is doing Disney for over 10 days. I'm just so excited. So I don't think it's really hit me until right now that this is what's happening. I have to say, I do solo travel quite a lot, but I also have quite bad travel anxiety. So I find it easy in a weird way to be by myself traveling. Because I have everything in an order, I know what I need to do, it's just me to be responsible for. But the problem was this time, there was a whole mountain of things to do because of COVID. So I feel like I've got a dossier with me, even though I've got things digitally, you've got to have them physically as well. So lots of things, including lots of masks and lateral flows with me. It's a very different travel experience to what any of us are used to, but the reason why I'm going to record this is because I'll look back at this in 20 years' time and be like, wow, this was a very odd period in time to travel, but also so everyone else can share the experience with me. And during lockdown, I've been able to watch some amazing videos of people's travel, and it's kind of been really nice to just watch it and see what it's like. Kind of help me prep for this trip, but also, I don't know, I just find it really interesting watching other people's. So I thought, I can't be the only one, and there's lots of other people that watch these videos, so here's me. I'm going to do one too. I've got a GoPro, I've got a really cool pocket device that is so small, but looks amazing. I'm so excited to try it. Mickey won't even know I'm recording him, it's so small. So I can do water slides and all sorts with this this GoPro, and then this other device, and then my camera, and then this is my phone. So we've got plenty and plenty of space to record, and I'm just so excited. So tomorrow I'm flying at 11:30 a.m. from Manchester on the Orlando flight, and I'm going really early, even though I've done a verification process. So you digitally upload everything and they check it over to make sure it's right. But I don't want to queue by myself for so long. So I've tried to get all that sorted beforehand. Also, another note, because testing, so I did a lateral flow supervised, well, observed by an American lady. Well, I think she was American because her time zone was New York. So yeah, I did that this morning. That has probably been the most nerve-wracking part of this whole trip, was the testing, because I've never done it before. And I'll be honest, I used Project Scream because they were recommended by Virgin, but they weren't very good at explaining the process. But I actually found a blog post hidden on their website that really explained it really well, and I was like, why wasn't this in the email? So I felt reassured yesterday when I found that. So it went really well. It was really quick, probably the most nerve-wracking 15 minutes of my life, until that negative was like a definite negative. And then about an hour later I got the certificate email through, and then you need to print that off and you use that to help you get on your flight. And then there's lots of other paperwork because it's America. But yeah, this is it. So it's the 29th of December 2021. Omicron is taking over the world. I've heard that's like a sequel for like a Transformers film or something, but we'll soon find out. I have 100 3-ply masks, black for photo ops, and I have a reusable with a filter. So I'm masked up, I've got hand gel galore, I'm ready, a little nervous, but excited because Mickey's at the end of it. But hold on, I don't start with Mickey, I end with Mickey. First I'm going to go to Universal Studios for a couple of nights. So I've been to the Hollywood one a few times, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the difference is. Some of the rides I have done before, some of them make me very travel motion sickness, so I'll be avoiding those ones. But I have travel bans. If you ever as a child had a travel ban, you'll understand how funny it is having these little bands around you. I'm going to see if they work, probably not. Let's give this a whirl. So I'm going to document my experience and hope you all enjoy. Bye bye. So I'm ready to go. It's the morning of the big day. This is very exciting. So it's Thursday morning. It's travel day. I'm getting excited. Finally heading off. The test today is also going to be wearing a mask for so long. So I've got my reusable with a filter inside. So we're going to see how that goes. It feels quite silky and smooth. But it's a new terminal. I was meant to have a lounge. Flights kept changing their times, and so when I tried to change it, it meant I couldn't get the lounge at the time, because the lounge I'd gone for, they're actually using it for the upper class of Virgin, so that's probably why, because it's restricted with COVID for how many people. But anyway, I'm about to leave the hotel. One thing I did forget before this trip was that people are very loud in a hotel airport version, and it's odd because you'd think they'd be quiet because everybody's like different times of flights and stuff, but no, people like to just shout around. So I would recommend earbuds. Great for me. And then I set up a new alarm, like an app alarm, just so I had lots of alarms, and I couldn't knock it off, so that definitely woke me up this morning. No snooze for me. I was like, just stop it. Anyway, I'm going to go now and let the adventure begin. I lost my photos and videos of Manchester Airport, so imagine all those people in there. Glad I didn't get a lounge, because San Carlo's review was very cool, very good, and those pancakes were absolutely beautiful. So I ended up
having an empty seat next to me, which was perfect. I had economy delight, so extra leg room, so I could sprawl out on my flight, and it was so nice, especially with COVID. To be honest, I was disappointed with Virgin's food. So lunch was this pasta dish. It was kind of missing a bread roll, it just was missing something. And then afternoon tea, I wouldn't say it was that appetising, but cute presentation. Apart from all the questions why I was alone travelling, I felt a bit interrogated. I was here in Orlando Airport. It was really quick, really simple. I was in and out and done within 15 minutes. Got an Uber to Surfside. I checked in, refreshed myself, and then went out on the town to the theme park. It was packed. I was mentally not prepared. This was a good thing maybe to do it at night. Went to Hogsmeade. Then I watched the Christmas light show. It was really nice. I've seen it before, but hey, if it's good, go again. Then I went to Jurassic Park and went on the boat ride. Thought I'd just get a splash. Got absolutely, utterly drenched, and decided at that point I need to get a pizza. I need to go back and digest my exciting first day.
Hello everyone. So it is now nearly 10 p.m. at night on my travel day, and I thought I'd just do a little run through. I couldn't film too much because of the sound quality, so here I am. Here eating a pizza. It's alright. Gonna have a bit for breakfast tomorrow. So the deal. Travel, that was actually okay, but really surreal. You had to wear a face mask all throughout your flight. I totally recommend, if you're using Virgin, to upload all your digital documents, because it meant that you could kind of jump a section of the queue. So I was economy delight, so you get economy seat, but you get more space, really. And I was on the side, and I moved my single seat, so I actually had an empty seat next to me, so it felt very nice. But it also meant that you could do premium check-in, so I literally was done with my check-in within 3 minutes. It was that quick. And then I moved over to the security, which is in Terminal 2. It's all like a new terminal set up, so I didn't know what was going on. But it was really good because I did fast track, and the queue was quite big because there was a lot of flights at the same time heading in. And honestly, I was in and out of there in 5 minutes, so I was like, this is great. Where I can, I'll insert photos. And then I went for a lovely breakfast with lots of Nutella. Beautiful. Anyway, so I was on the flight. My thing is, the flight goes quickly normally because there's lots of new films to watch, but obviously with COVID, how it was, meant that there wasn't as many films to watch. So I did watch a couple of good ones that I'd heard of but never got round to watching, so I did that. And but I actually had quite a few naps, which is good because it meant that I feel quite wide awake. So I think in the next 40 minutes or something I'll go to bed, but normally I'll be absolutely wiped out by this point, so that's a good sign. That's good. So naps are the way forward on the plane. It was just over 9-hour flight. It wasn't packed, but it was a busy flight. The staff are really nice. However, there's definitely been shrinkflation in the meals. I was actually hungry by the end of the flight. I was like, I actually need more food, which I would never normally get. So it sounds silly, but they didn't have the bread roll for lunch, and I was like, you always have a bread roll. I was like, where's my bread roll? So I think that was it. I was missing my bread roll. So I had a bit of issues once I got to the airport. I mean, the funniest thing was at border control, because I'm single. traveling by myself, it's kind of like an alarm bell. So he was asking me like how much money I have, and I was like, he was like, how much in cash? And I was like, 300, because you use everything by card. And I was like, I have plenty on my card. What do you do for work? And then I was telling him, and I was like, oh, in the agricultural construction field. And he was like, you haven't brought any work boots with you? And I was like, no, nothing like that, no, because you're not allowed soil or fruit and veg. I was like, no. And then he was like, you're alone? You're travelling alone? And he was like, are you single, divorced? And I was just like, okay, I know I'm single. So, but I've never had what's the immigration thing so quick. We were checked through at the border and collecting our bags all within 10 minutes, and I've never ever had that. That was amazing. So I got here about 6:15, and I refreshed myself and had a little shower, and then I went to the parks and I had a complete culture shock. I've kind of been keeping myself to myself, literally living just in my flat for the past 2 weeks, and then to suddenly be thrown into, I'm talking mass crowds of thousands of people, and I was I'm glad I did that tonight, because I think I would have been completely overwhelmed if I had done that tomorrow, because tomorrow's a really long day. It's New Year's Eve tomorrow, and the park opens at 7 a.m. for resort guests, so I'm staying at the Surfside, which is kind of part of the value resorts on site, but it means you get to go in an hour early, so 7 o'clock we can go in the park, and it closes at 10 o'clock, so it's a really long day. So I thought, oh, if I can maybe just do a couple of things tonight, kind of get my bearings, then it would help. So I watched the Harry Potter Christmas light show. I've seen that before because I've been to Universal Hollywood, but it's still good. It's all Christmassy with all the lights, and it's really pretty. And then I went on the Forbidden Journey ride. Quick tip. It said 45 minutes. I went in the single rider for life, and I literally walked on like 30 seconds and I was on the ride. So yeah, that was really impressive. I won't be doing that ride ever again because it always makes me a bit nauseous. So yeah. I also across the road is a Walgreens, and I really need to go to the Walgreens because I just love shopping in America. It's amazing. So I'll be doing that. So yeah, I went on Jurassic Park and got absolutely soaked. Yeah. It's really hot here during the day. It's like 28 degrees, so I'm sure that would have been lovely during the day, but at night when it is just warm, I was in a t-shirt. Yeah, it's a little bit, I'm still a bit damp, so I need to sort my hair out and stuff before the morning, but yeah. I know loads of people on blogs have been saying, it's so surreal, I can't believe it's happening. But it is. I've been like kind of planning this for a year, and I'm here. Yeah, I think it'll hit me more at Disney, because like Universal, I've done quite a few of the rides, but at the other park, so I feel like it's a bit familiar. But tomorrow my plan, because it's going to be so busy, is to do more of the shows and like some of the smaller rides if I can, and in early entry some of the big rides are open, so I'm going to do them, and more experiences, because on New Year's Day I have a fast pass, like express pass, so it helps me skip the queue. So I thought more experiences tomorrow. But yeah, that was my first day. Sorry there wasn't more footage. It was so dark in sections you wouldn't have seen anything. But the nice thing is everyone's in like a really good mood with it all. Yeah, I guess it's the festive period, but we'll soon see what theme park life is like in the morning. Ooh, you'll see more of it. Goodbye, good night. More time for pizza right now.